Right, the strike is king, my favourite saying. If you've been a subscriber to the channel, you will know that. If you've not, welcome. And today, we're talking all about strike. Let's get into it. So, one of the things when I speak to my clients down at the range, we're talking about how to control the ball flight. And sometimes the element of strike gets forgotten by them. They're trying to hit a draw, they're trying to hit a fade with the driver, and we might be trying to hit it straight. But where we impact this on the club face is really going to determine what happens to our ball. And also sometimes it can actually help us out a little bit if we're trying to hit certain shots. So let's take a look at the 5 ways you strike it can impact how you flight the golf ball. So the first thing to do, we need to monitor our strike. Dry shampoo or foot spray over your driver face. Obviously it's my dry shampoo, being a bald man. We need to get some strike locations going, because if we hit a certain spot on our driver face, it's going to curve in a certain way because our driver doesn't have a flat face. What it actually has is more of a curved face. So we have some bulge here from top to bottom, and we also have some roll on the face from the heel to the toe. So here you actually can't see the heel of the golf club, and that is all down to the design of the club actually trying to help the golf ball back towards our target line. Because what would happen here, if I were to line up, and being the superior striker I am, if I hit one out of the heel on purpose, what should happen? The ball should move from the left hand side of my target, but a phenomena called gear effect will actually twist the club. Imagine it being a bit like 2 gears working together, and get the ball working back towards my target line. Think of it as the manufacturer's way of helping us out when we hit a bad shot. So let's take a look at that heel strike and see what happens here when I do get a bit of a heeled one. And perfect, that ball's moving a bit left to right, back towards my target, just drops slightly shy left of it. But notice here how I've hit it out of the heel. My sweet spot being more around about here, but getting it out of the heel has caused that flight to move from left to right again because of that gear effect. So if you're someone who's trying to draw the golf ball and you constantly hit it out of the heel, that's going to be working against you, because that face is going to start to open up like so and start to put a different spin axis on the golf ball. It's not really going to help you. So monitoring it is a big importance. Let's take a look at what happens when we actually hit it out of the toe of the golf club. Ooh, and that one is diving. That one is diving. So just the opposite of what happens with the heel. When I have now struck it out of the toe of my golf club, the ball started out down the right hand side, the gear effect had kicked in at impact, and it's actually moving the ball right to left in the air. So if you're actually looking for a little bit more draw, you might want to actually try and hit it a little bit more out of the toe, somewhere around here. Obviously the closer you get to the edge of the driver, the bigger the effect is. So you're going to see more curve when you're getting it right towards the edge, either side, toe or heel. But it's going to really influence that left to right or right to left movement. So monitor those things if you're seeing a lot of curvature on your golf ball. So another respray, and then we can look at what happens when we hit it out of the top or bottom of the driver. So when we're talking that, we've got what we call bulge on the face. So actually on a driver head, mine is 9 degrees, and that is measured from round about centre here. Up at the top, we would generally see about ½ a degree to a degree more loft up here, and ½ a degree to a degree less down at the bottom. So when I actually hit it out of the bottom of the golf club, something is going to happen here. And perfect, right out of the bottom. I can hit it where I want. See here, we've got the strike right out of the bottom there. And what happened was the ball launched low, and then spin kicks in, because as it hits here, the club actually tilts back a little bit more here in an aid to try and launch that golf ball up for me. So depending on if you're hitting it quite low and seeing that you're getting this sort of low to balloon flight, monitor where you're hitting it here. You might need to get it higher up the face. Okay, so hitting it out of the top, and this is actually probably almost like the second sweet spot, I would call it. We always think that we want to try and hit it slap bang out of the middle of the golf club here, but that's not quite true, because what would happen if I get it a little bit more towards the top edge of the driver, a bit like so, just, oh, that is a thing of beauty. Just like that one. What actually happened with that one, it launched a little bit higher because of that slight bit of extra loft. The driver kicks a little bit, but there's less spin on the driver from this part. So what you would see from the pros generally, they're always trying to hit it round about that spot. They're not trying to get it slap bang out of the middle, because they want that high launch and low spin. That's going to help us carry it a little bit further. So if you're someone who's looking for a little bit more distance, this is the spot you want to be trying to strike. We do want to try and hit it out of the middle, like so. Let's see if I can get all 5 here. This will be quite impressive. So my middle one's going to be just lower than there, but what would happen with that, we'd see it come out a little bit lower, but with a tiny bit more spin. So yeah. Oh no, let go of the club all the way down. We've ruined it. I got it just about here. Let's go one more there. Let's see if we can find that middle spot. So good setup in. That felt pretty oh, might just edit that bit out. What we've got there is that middle of the driver, and as that one's compared to the higher strike on the club face, we'll just see there the initial launches are actually slightly different. We see that the middled one is slightly lower, feels a little bit more solid, but the one slightly higher up launches a bit higher, has less spin, and actually goes that tad further. So this is important to know, guys, because if you're trying to control your ball flight but you actually can't control your strike, you're not actually going to be getting the desired effect, especially from your driver. So go through that there. I would monitor your strikes. Next time you're playing, whether it's on the golf course, at the driving range, get some dry shampoo, spray it on the face and find where your common strike location is, because that then can be linked back to your ball flight. Like I said, if you're someone who's looking for a bit of a draw, but you're heeling it, you're going to have to do something to get it a little bit more toey to help you get that draw, and vice versa. If you're looking for the fade, you might need to get a little bit more towards the heel. So go through that video again, just get comfortable with where those strike locations are and understanding those, and like I say, ultimately that should help you control your golf ball better. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video this week. If you have, do hit that subscribe button down for me below. I want you to get better at golf, and you're going to do that with me. Smash the thumbs up as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.